Houston, say again, please.
Houston, we've had a problem.
Hey there folks, and welcome you all to this midweek vlog of mine, and it is happening, yes it is happening, with a flagon of ale, people. I wouldn't normally on a school night, but I'm on holiday this week. I am. I took time off to do little bits and pieces, along with recording more videos than I normally would, well trying to anyway, because we got Kingdom Come Deliverance. And I wanted to really throw myself into it because it's a big game and I wanted to do it justice. So here we are, but that is not the main reason for this vlog, as you'll probably have seen from the title. This vlog nearly happened on Friday and we were just shy of the landmark. So I didn't want to put any kind of hex on the damn thing. Or blow my own trumpet, as it were, before it had actually happened. So we have hit, people, and we're well over it now, in fact. 500,000 views on the channel, which in my little world is just extraordinary. I did a video on this when we hit 400,000, which wasn't that long ago. And I had said that I would probably do one when we hit 500,000. That is a big landmark for a little channel like mine, which is still growing. I mean, obviously the last one I did was when we hit the 1,000 subs mark, which is a huge landmark. I mean, that's absolutely amazing. And we're on 1,080 blah too, I think, at this point in time, if nothing's fluctuated since the last time I looked. And I'm well aware that, you know, firstly, thank you to everybody who has clicked on one of my videos, and hopefully everyone has got something out of them. Obviously, there are people that don't, and there are thumbs downs here and there, and that's fine. You know, you can't please everybody all of the time. It's just, that is life, people. You know, not everyone's going to like what I do, and that's absolutely fine. But from the way that the channel's grown, I can honestly take heart in the fact that I think most people who've clicked on my videos have got something out of them, or have, you know, whether it be just a view of a game that they were wondering about, whether it was me blabbing on that's brought them a smile, or whatever it might be. And I'm delighted. I'm delighted that we've hit that kind of a landmark. It's absolutely amazing. I realise that, you know, there's channels out there that have 500,000 views every video. But, you know, we are to everything. It's all relative, people, isn't it? You know, we've got 1,000 subscribers and we've hit half a million views. That's outstanding. I never thought I would see the day anywhere close to that. So really, really chuffed. So thank you to everybody who's clicked on the videos. Thank you to everyone who's only watched once. Thank you to everyone who's still with me. Thank you to all those who've subbed. Thank you to all those who've liked. Maybe not to those that have unliked. I love you all, really, you know. So, you know, I mean, I'm more than happy with a few dislikes here and there. You're not anyone on YouTube until you've got some thumbs downs, people. That's the way it works. But I will always continue to crack on as long as there's more thumbs ups than there is thumbs downs. So there you are. So yeah, I'm over the moon. Couldn't be happier about the fact that I've hit that landmark. And you know, I think probably I won't make another video like this on that particular subject until we hit 1 million. And that, you know, I mean, that's doubling what we've done already. But we'll see how we get on. You know, I mean, we've already added, I think, 3,000 views since we hit that landmark a few days ago. So you never know, people. You never know. So I'll save raving about it again until we double where we are now. And so yeah, so thank you to everybody for that. And so the next subject for this particular vlog runs into that, because I was very conscious. Some of you all have noticed that all my little tabs have been changing, the banner's been changing. So I can't remember if I've talked about this in another vlog, but I got it was a video I'd watched on someone who is quite well established on YouTube, who told people to send them their channel links and she would give them advice on how to make the channels better. Now, I didn't do that. I just looked at the video of the people, you know, of her assessing other people's, and I picked up some tips of it. And I really got, I think it's Susie Lou. I've got her on my, check them out on the home screen. You know, if you go to my YouTube home channel page, she's on there as a link, so you can go and check her out. But I took She basically does the same as I do. She plays games and talks over them, although she's prettier than me, so she puts her face on the camera. And I generally don't. But So yeah, so I got loads of tips off of her. Well, you know, I mean, I was actually kind of doing some of the stuff she was talking about, but not really as crisp, if you like, as what she was talking about. And there was lots of little simple things to put in there as well, you know, like putting the word gameplay in your title all the time because it's what people search for, and making sure your description boxes are full up, making sure your tabs stand out. Now, I've made a massive effort in getting new tabs created and really backtracked on all the major ones, sort of major series that I've done. I've managed to cover most of the major ones, and you'll notice all the little tabs on the videos have all changed to have this little number in the corner with you know, standardized text at the bottom, and there's actually a layer beneath that bottom text, just a little shadowed black, sort of see-through black, in case it's a light, you know, light background, stuff like that. And then I spent a really, I mean, honest to God, right, if you look at my channel banner, it took me fecking ages to make that banner. And if you look at it, it's basically I've done kind of it's almost like a sort of thatched, or almost tartan really, but without the tartan pattern, but it's a thatched kind of vibe to the little buttons, in a sort of almost sort of a coffee type of colour type thing I've gone on there with so each button from the controllers of both the PlayStation and the Xbox. So I've kind of mixed all that into the background of the banner, and I've changed my text is kind of the same but in a different colour, and the little speech bubble with the game controller and the back's a little bit more prominent. But those little buttons for the controls, they took me ages. And then I did them all, and I was like, I'm not happy, and I did them again, and I'm not happy, I did them again. So I did them over and over again until I was happy with what I saw. Now I'm hoping for this particular vlog to, while I'm supping on my little flagon of ale, I'm going to attempt to put when you see the intro for this vlog, it used to be the red background with the basic, the real Steve G, and the speech bubble. I'm hoping that I'll have in fact, I think I may well have done a couple, but I was hoping to kind of play with them a bit more. So I may put one up for the intro to this video that isn't the one that I keep, but it's of the same kind of format with the little controller circles and stuff. But I was really made up with the way that it came out. I may well refine it more as I go forward, but that will be the basic theme, because I think when you look at the banner immediately, if you're a gamer, you can see, oh, that's the controller buttons, the squares, the triangles, the Y's, the B's, you know. So I'm really chuffed with how all that's come out, but I've been trying to make the channel far more crisp, and I kind of had a vibe to my channel anyway. You know, a lot of people record their stuff straight from Elgato Capture or whatever their version might be, and they just throw it straight up. Without any intro or outro, without anything going on in between. And I don't like to do that, because I like to have an intro and outro. And you know that my Houston, we have a problem intro with the sort of old film shaky on the, you know, on the banner of the game, that sort of stuff before the game starts. I like having that because it's kind of my stamp on my video, and it's one of the things was mentioned by the girl when she was assessing people's videos. And I like the fact that I didn't go with music, because there's so many channels that start with something you will never remember. Like, you won't remember these channel intro musics, you won't remember them. But hopefully, you know, the minute you click on a video and you've seen one of my videos before, you'll be like, oh, that's that guy. I checked this guy out before. And the same with the tabs. So it's kind of that I'm trying to ingrain in the channel. Like when people click on a video, they'll kind of twig that it's the same guy that they heard before. And it may make them subscribe, or it may just, you know, be like, oh yeah, I remember that guy. I watched him last time. Just that kind of thing. It's just that I stand out somehow from the crowd. And there's so many unrecognisable intros that are just music. I mean, they feel good enough at the time. But if I was to hear the same intro a week later, I wouldn't remember it was the same person. I'd just think, oh, that's quite a cool intro again, you know. So I've tried to put all that kind of stamp on my channel before, and I've really pushed it more now. So I'm really, really chuffed with the way it came out. Let me know in the comments below if you like what I've done with the banner, if you like, you know, how I've done with the tabs, all that sort of stuff, or if you don't have any opinion on it at all, then you don't have to say anything. But let me know if you like it anyway. So before, it was just, if you remember, it was just the sort of red banner with the speech bubble and some writing. So it was very basic, but it stood out and it was fine. So, but yeah, so I'm really, really chuffed with all of that, and I'm going to continue to refine it and make it, you know, as smooth as I can. Happy with it at the moment. I will keep you posted if I change anything. I've been mainly, like this week, I had planned to do actually a lot more than I have. I've got something on my tongue, people. What's that all about? I had planned to do more than I have, but I don't know. Like I wanted this week to be like I let my sort of gym stuff all slide ever since, you know, what happened with mum and stuff back in September. I've never quite got my groove back in the gym, and this holiday I was like, right, I'm going to get loads of Kingdom Come done. I'm going to get, you know, loads of Dark Souls and a bit of Bloodborne live streaming, which I haven't managed yet. I apologise. I'm hoping still to do that at some point. And just a bunch of other stuff that's still, you know, up there saying that I'm playing it on the channel. I just wanted to get loads of recording done. Now, to some degree, I have done that. I've got at least one video up per day, 2 actually, I think, for 2 of the days. Today I put a Kingdom Come up. There's going to be a Dark Souls going up pretty much the same time that this vlog goes up. So, because it's just rendered and finished, part 23 today. So I have been doing more recording than I would normally get a chance to, so that's great, and it's coming. I understand that I'm not meeting everybody's needs. I've really shot myself in the foot, because I started kind of 4 games, and then I introduced another one, and now we've ended up, because Subnautica came along out of the blue because it was recommended by my friend Jamie, and Kingdom Come Deliverance kind of came out of the blue because I was unsure about it, and then I approached the company to see if I could get the review copy, and I eventually did get the review copy, although it was the day after launch, so I didn't quite get it to you, you know, in advance, but was still delighted to get it, and I'm, you know, so that's a huge part of the reason I took this week off, so that I could do loads of episodes for you to let you see it. And so I will continue to do that through this week. I've still got Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday to go. And as I say, you've got a Dark Souls coming in a little bit with this. So I will continue to plug on with that. However, the emphasis was on Kingdom Come this week, because I wanted to make sure that I kind of pushed as much of that out as I could, because they'd given me the review copy. I wanted to do it justice. I wanted to give it my time. I didn't want to feel like I was rushing the episodes. So it's given me a really good chance to play those up, because those episodes that have been going up, most of them have got loads of editing in them. I think actually I'm saying that, the last 2 probably haven't. They've got a few tweaks, but nothing too major. But there was one before that where I wandered around for over 2 hours, and I had to edit the whole thing down, because it was literally like, you know, so I showed you snippets of areas and just faded it in and out as I got to the main area of the castle and all this sort of stuff. So it has given me the freedom to be able to edit more than I normally would, rather than just fling the video up as it was. Because I think there does come a point in a video where it's a bit like, get on with it, you know, especially with a massive RPG. It's interesting to me playing it as the player, but not, you know, once you've seen certain areas, it's like, right, I've seen that bit now and I get the gist of it. Show me the next part of the story, show me the quests, do something interesting. So that it's given me that freedom to do that this week. So I will be recording. So I threw a Kingdom up today. There'll be a Dark Souls going up and this vlog, and I'll be recording more Kingdom over the next, you know, tomorrow, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, as much as I can do before I go back to work. And just so you know, the last part of this little vlog of mine is really just to say how much I'm enjoying Kingdom Come Deliverance. It is an absolute dream of a game to play. It's, if you love RPGs, proper RPGs, where you get to live and breathe in that world, I mean, I can't remember the last time there was an RPG that in-depth or that real on console, if I can remember any at all. You know, they've always got to have something fantastical about them rather than keeping them raw. I think there was some that were ported to Xbox 360 way back in the day that, you know, you had to eat, you had to, you know, do all these sorts of things, but nothing as in-depth as this, and certainly nothing factually based. And it's a real historical era, so you're playing out a story set in this era of, you know, these 2 kings warring over this particular piece of, well, Bohemia. And it's a delight to play it, you know, like, and I kind of, when I watched it before I played it, I was looking at the battles and I was thinking, that doesn't, I'm not sure. But when you're actually fighting in them, it is so clever the way they've done the sword fighting. It is ridiculous. Like even the fist fights as well. I mean, it's the same idea. And you've got the sort of star, you've got all the you've got lines effectively, top right, top left, middle, and so on, all the way to the bottom. And with the right controller, you're picking where your next shot's going to be, and then you hit the button, and that's where the swings come in. And you've got to try and pick out where the spots of non-armor are, where the weak spots are, which side they're favouring, all this sort of stuff. And you can increase your ability and your smoothness to do all of that as you go through training and stuff. And it is just genius. Like, it's absolutely brilliant. And it's the first time I've played an RPG or any kind of game where you've got swords involved, where the swords are clinking together, like proper clinking together, like trying to find your way through someone's defense and all this sort of stuff. It's brilliant. I can't begin to tell you how good this game is. And I understand that if you watch, Digital Foundry's videos and stuff, they'll tell you that there's pop-in issues and frame rate issues here and there, but it doesn't take away from the fact, and it doesn't take away from the fun of this game. There's nothing breaking about that game. It's just you might get a stutter here and there on the lower end consoles. And I say lower end consoles, I mean the basic PS4 and the basic Xbox One. The Pro betters it slightly, and the Xbox One by X is the best place to play it, other than PC, obviously. So, I mean, I'm getting the best experience, obviously, because I'm on the Xbox One X. But you won't be disappointed in that game if you're playing them on the standard PS4 or Xbox One, from what they were saying. You're just seeing things pop in. I think I mentioned it in a video, like a guy's hair and hat and beard didn't pop in until I was almost at him. But these are things that will be ironed out. It's a massive, massive RPG, this. It's an open world RPG, and if you remember when Skyrim came out first, especially on the PS3, there were so many things that got tweaked in that game over months and months and months, and that was a much bigger studio than this. But I'm absolutely delighted. I mean, I'm not playing this game thinking there's inherent problems with it at all. It plays beautifully. It's really nice. The fighting's brilliant. The story is fantastic. The acting's great. The conversations with characters great. The only little gripe I've got is maybe the questions to NPCs could be slightly more varied. It seems to be the same questions to a lot of NPCs that aren't main story NPCs, and that you just get slightly different responses. So it would have been nice to maybe have a little bit more variety there. But outside of that, so far, absolutely loving that game. I can't begin to tell you. And I'm only just scratching the surface of it. I've only just got some basic good armor. I haven't even got a sword, proper sword, because the sword I have I stole, and my stats aren't good enough yet to wield it properly. So I've got like agility 4 and I need agility 6 to wield it properly. I can hold it, but I won't be very good with it. So, I mean, if I hadn't stolen that sword, I'd be walking around with a club, and I think I picked up some basic metal thing. It doesn't even look like a sword. It looks more like a bloody machete or something. So I really am just got to the point of where I've only just got a horse as well. I've just been given a horse for all the questing stuff I've done. So at this stage of the game, I can't recommend that game enough, but only if you're a big RPG player. Like, if you're looking for Skyrim, this is not Skyrim. Like, there's no magic and all that sort of stuff. It's not there. It's very grounded. It's very factual. And so go in with your eyes open that you're going into a real world, not something where you're throwing fireballs out your ass and all this sort of stuff, because it's not there. But if you're into if you're into playing in a living, breathing environment that's historically factual and real, then this is the game that you've been waiting for, because it's fantastic. I thought like the feeding myself and all this stuff would get annoying, but it's not really, because I don't know, it's not bugging me at all. You can sleep and it'll build up your stats again, although your hunger obviously goes up as you sleep. You need to eat when you get up. It's just showing me how to hunt. I'm awful with the bow. I really need practice with that bow. But there's no dot in the middle. There's a dot in the middle of the screen for everything else, but when it comes to the bow, the dot's gone, and you've got to practice and get accurate with it. And I think out of 20-30 shots, I hit one rabbit. It was still enough to beat Capon in the last episode, but so I really need some practice with that, because I just wasn't quite getting the feel for it at all. So I need to practice and do more training with it. But I love the fact that I need to do that. I didn't want it to be easy. I wanted it to be, because when I accomplish it, I'll feel really good about it. So I'm feeling pretty comfortable with the sword fighting and the fist fighting, though. I'm getting the hang of that pretty good. Yeah. I mean, it's not just about hitting the right side either. Like, you've got to try and get flurries going. If you get flurries going, it's harder for them to deal with you. But by the same token, they could easily get you if you open yourself up too much. It's really good, people. I can't praise it enough. There you are. And I'm going to end on that note, because it's the best note I can end on. It has been, as always, an honour and a privilege serving for you in this vlog today. Thank you to everyone who has clicked and viewed to get me to 500,000 views on the channel. It's absolutely wonderful. Thank you so much. And hopefully I'll be making another vlog like this at 1 million at some point in the future. I will say this. I will say cheers to you all. And I will see you all next time. Take it easy, folks. Bye.